Do you have any experience with hens who are capable of flying and have feathers that are as lovely as those of ornamental birds? Farmers in China have had a great deal of success cultivating this particular variety of potato. In addition to their stunning appearance, the meat of these potatoes is of a higher grade and more flavorful than the meat of the breed of potatoes that are grown in a regular manner. Because of this, Chinese farmers are able to harvest potatoes that are worth up to hundreds of thousands of dollars each year. Let's investigate the methods that are used to raise this particular kind of chicken, shall we? For the sole purpose of obtaining meat, Chinese farmers cultivate beautiful chickens and call them phoenix. The Guinea chicken, also known as Numida milagris, is a bird that is native to Madagascar and was brought to China by a variety of channels. It is a beautiful bird with feathers that is raised by Chinese farmers for the purpose of obtaining meat. At the moment, Guinea chicken farms are increasing in a great number of rural locations, and they are providing a reliable source of economic income to rural residents. When we are admiring the star chickens, we will have the impression that they are wild chickens that live in the wild. This is due to the fact that the weight of this breed is not particularly large once it reaches adulthood, coming in at approximately 2 kilograms. The meat of this breed is priced higher than that of other breeds because it has a flavor that is more delectable and sweet than the flesh of other breeds. The chicks have a high resistance. They are able to become accustomed to any living environment, and they are quite simple to handle. You can either raise them on enclosed farms or let them roam freely in the open air. In order to achieve the highest possible level of meat quality, farmers feel that the ideal approach to raising guinea hens is to raise them in the wild. Star chickens, on the other hand, have traits that are distinct from those of ordinary chicken breeds, which means that not all regions are suitable for their cultivation. The majority of the time, Guinea chicken farms are constructed at a distance from residential areas, and huge mountainous regions are the optimal locations for their cultivation. Because, as you are aware, guinea hens are really noisy chickens. They can be active throughout the day and night, and they produce extremely loud noises that can have an impact on the lives of humans. Despite the fact that they are classified as chickens, these star chickens are very good flyers. They are capable of flying for a distance of more than 10 meters, which means that the owner of the farm needs to surround the farm with screens to ensure that they do not become disoriented. This particular breed of hens is extremely vigilant. Once they hear sounds that are out of the ordinary or unexpected, they immediately run out and yell. The reason for this is that some farmers keep star chickens so that they can raise the alarm in the event that an unknown person enters their property. The feeding of guinea chickens is not only straightforward but also cost-effective in the breeding process. As a result of the fact that industrial feed, cereals, or green vegetables can be utilized, farmers are able to make beneficial use of agricultural waste items in order to produce food for chickens. For this breed of hens, the breeding process has a low loss rate because of the breed's highly adaptive qualities. As a result, farmers can save some money on the investment costs associated with this breed. On every farm, guinea chickens require daily care, which includes supplying them with sufficient amounts of food, water, temperature, and humidity in order for them to develop to their full potential. During the breeding season, which lasts approximately 25 weeks, the chickens will be separated from one another. This is because, at this point, the chickens are regarded to be adults and are free to lay eggs. It is possible for a chicken to lay more than 100 eggs in a single year, but in the case of guinea hens, the owner of the farm must employ human labor in order to incubate the eggs. This is due to the fact that guinea hens have a tendency to abandon their eggs. After 25 weeks, chickens continue to breed, and only a small number of breeding roosters are left. These roosters will be sent to the chicken processing facility in order to be processed into meat. During the current production line, each chicken is handled in a clean manner, beginning with the sacrifice and continuing through cleaning and packaging. There are pre-sacrifice and bird processing factories developed in every region of China. The operations that are performed on star chickens are identical to those that are performed on regular chickens. After being bred via an automated line, each animal is then subjected to the sacrifice process, during which it is cleaned, categorized, and segregated in preparation for subsequent packaging. Before being packaged and brought to the market, the hens that are donated to charity will be subjected to a thorough inspection. To ensure the food safety and hygiene, each stage is cleansed. This not only helps the chicken to be stored for a longer period of time, but it also maintains its quality. The meat of saucy chicken is extremely delicious, low in fat, and carefully processed in a wide variety of complementing dishes. These dishes have the impact of enhancing health, supporting the treatment of a wide variety of ailments, and improving health. In addition to being low in fat and high in protein, raw chicken flesh is also an excellent source of vitamins A, C, B1, B2, B6, B12, and B3, as well as essential minerals like zinc, iron, and calcium. It also contains a wide variety of critical elements. In particular, Guinea chicken meat is heavily consumed in a number of regions of China. Despite the fact that the Guinea chicken breeding business is not yet able to compete with industrial chicken, Guinea chicken meat is consistently guaranteed to be of high quality. Do you have any experience visiting a factory that processes birds? For the purpose of producing and processing goods that are in accordance with the standards for quality, food safety, and cleanliness, the majority of companies make use of processes and contemporary equipment. Nevertheless, despite the fact that we are familiar with a great number of processing factories, we are still unable to help but be startled by particularly cutting-edge chicken processing factories, such as this one. Now that we have your attention, let's investigate this unique line of chicken processing. Every single person on the planet was awestruck by this processing facility. Chickens are kept on big farms for the purpose of producing eggs and meat for human use. Numerous regions are responsible for the production of hundreds of thousands of chickens. In a typical situation, each breeder is able to house 25,000 adults that are available for sale, or 50,000 chicks. There is a wide variety of cow homes that can be constructed on each farm, depending on the surface of the farm. Despite the fact that chicken feed is mostly industrial feed, it ensures that the hens receive sufficient nutrients to support their growth and development. In addition to this, drinking water systems are required to ensure a consistent supply of clean water. Despite the fact that the temperature might drop to 20 to -10 degrees Celsius in many frigid winter regions, the chicken coop nevertheless provides warmth and hay spread to keep the animals warm. After around 3 months, if the chickens continue to grow properly, they will be able to be sold and satisfy the standards for processing. When this occurs, the hens are placed in plastic baskets and taken to the factory where they will be processed. In this location, the chicken is processed into the various portions of chicken that we often purchase from the grocery store. It is necessary to refrain from feeding the chickens before transporting them to the processing factory in order to maintain the cleanliness of their digestive systems. The first phase in the processing procedure is that many factories adopt the method of human sacrifice by anesthetizing the hens with an electric current. This causes the birds to be stunned and prevents them from feeling any pain while their heart is beating. Using this approach not only helps to remove blood from the body of the chicken, but it also ensures that the meat will have a longer shelf life. The processing plant uses automatic lines to process the chicken while it is being processed. Because of the automated lines, each transporter is able to successfully process one animal after another with minimal or nearly no adjustments required. In order to ensure that the maximum amount of items is produced, it is necessary for every transporter suspension system to be fully charged. Within 30 seconds of the completion of the act, the chickens are sacrificed, and after that, they are brought to the processing facility. The stunt should not take more than 30 seconds. The chicken is next subjected to a thermal treatment in the conveyor belt, which involves the application of hot water at a temperature ranging from 53 to 54 degrees for a duration of 2.5 minutes. The use of hot water helps to lessen the force that the hair exerts on the skin, which in turn speeds up the process of washing the hair. The fattening channel of the chicken is immediately transferred to the feathering machine once the thermal treatment has been completed. For the purpose of processing this step, water that is maintained at a temperature ranging from 40 to 45 degrees Celsius is continuously supplied. This method contributes to the reduction or elimination of the feathers entirely. Due to the presence of these chicken feathers on the skin, the products are guaranteed to be extremely clean. The head of the chicken and its internal organs are then removed after the chicken has been subjected to the heat treatment. To this day, the chickens are still dangling from the chain that is attached to them. The process of removing internal organs is also completed in a short amount of time, and the birds are cleaned to remove any dirt that may have accumulated. It is now time to chill the chicken carcass. The growth of bacteria is inhibited as a result of applying this technique. After being placed on the conveyor belt for the purpose of the cutting and packaging operation, the channels of the chicken are first placed in spinning containers for a few minutes. In many Asian countries, organs like as the heart, liver, and intestines are used to make delectable dishes. On the other hand, in the United States and in certain European countries, people do not consume the organs of animals or birds, although these components are consumed. This is the processed portion that is used to manufacture food for animals. The factory's method of processing chicken always ensures that the required standards of food, cleanliness, and safety are met without fail. Customers are able to select chicken items that are suitable for their domestic processing with relative ease. The chicken can be processed into a wide variety of well-known dishes that feature a variety of flavors. Nevertheless, it is possible that no one is familiar with well-known fried chicken brands from around the world, such as KFC, Jollibee, or Youngless. The majority of nations utilize these brands. This dish has also become the preferred option for a great number of individuals all around the world. A fragrant aroma is released by the pieces of chicken that have been fried in hot cooking oil, and the crunchiness of the chicken always makes it impossible to avoid eating its parts. The video for today comes to a close here. What are your feelings? Please leave a comment below to let us know. And don't forget to hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel in order to show your support. Until we meet again in the upcoming videos, I bid you farewell.